acres. And the show don't look like cowboy boots. And that ain't rock and roll you're playing. And the show ain't country or rhythm and blues. You're singing a song about making love to your drummer. Well, gay guitar pickers don't turn me on. And we don't all get into Donna Summer. Do you happen to know any old Hank Williams song? 'Cause you see, I'm a dinosaur.
Oh my God, what's that? Oh my God, what's that noise?
Break
Alex.
glass in case of emergency French.
Alex, break it.
Yeah, Maxim.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Maxim, break the glass. Don't not one of these ones. All right. Oh, what was that?
One of them got out. The D-Rex got out.
Is that what it's called?
I think there's a sign that says D-Rex. I don't think
Yeah.
they directly reference it as it, but you know
The
what the D stands
D-Rex.
for, don't you?
I know what it stands
You know
for.
what that stands
Yeah.
for. I don't even care what it stands
We're
for.
back with an emergency podcast episode, as we did with John Wick from the world of John Wick.
Ballerina.
John Wick, Ballerina. I ran into Joel at the cinema, Evanston. He hasn't even seen Ballerina yet.
That's insane.
I know.
What a poser.
I know. We're the real Wickheads.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're back because of that. They made another Jurassic World movie. and as you know, we ended that series with a whimper with Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah.
One of the worst movies ever made.
Yep.
And this, at least the way it was marketed, was a reboot, a new beginning. Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah.
David Koepp, I believe is how you say his name.
He's back.
He's back from writing the first movie, and it's like a back to the basics, like a chance for them to do something new. And what did they do, Alex? They made the same movie again.
But they, I don't know, they didn't try to hide it. You know, they were just like, they brought on Gareth Edwards, who's really good at
who I've met in real life.
Like just completely milquetoast, workman-like reboot legacy sequels.
Yeah.
Like when he did Godzilla for America and stuff.
People like
He's a
that movie,
journeyman.
you know?
Yeah.
And he's good with the special effects. And maybe that's also why they brought him on. Yeah. Because I did like his movie Monsters.
Remember that movie?
Yeah, I know, from a long time ago.
With Scoot
McNairy.
Great name.
The effects are good, but the rest of the movie, you know, I don't know. What do you think? Like,
you want to get into it immediately?
oh no,
Get out
sorry,
of the way?
no, I don't really want to talk about it at all.
I think we should acknowledge the elephants in the room.
Yeah, we have a couple of elephants with us.
So far, we've only been like talking to each other.
That's right. Sorry. So let me introduce two returning guests and a first timer. We have Matt Nicholson.
It's good to be back for a similarly uplifting episode.
Yeah.
After my initial appearance on Elephant.
Yeah, that's right. That is the elephant in the room. Gus Van Sant's elephant.
I did that on purpose.
I can't believe we had you on for that.
An elephant never forgets.
Yeah, that's such a. Oh, you do have to talk into the microphone if you're going to
say that again.
I thought you were going to, introduce the next guest.
No,
the elephant never forgets, and you got it. You nailed it.
All right,
Thank
great.
you.
And we also have returning previously on the Mad Max episode, Maxim Gertler-Jaffe.
My thing is sound effects.
Here's a T-Rex. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not.
You were the original kid in
bad.
that PSA, right? Like back in the 90s?
Yeah, that's if you're Canadian, you watch that PSA, what's your thing? Everybody's got a thing. Maxim is that kid who did the T-Rex noise.
It's true.
And we have another kid from that ad, which is how we all met. We have the kid who said, "I like bugs," and that's Chris Moroz.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
I do like bugs. Yeah, long time, first time. Yeah, I think I probably have listened to the most franchisees episodes aside from Jordan. I think Jordan is.
Wow.
There you go.
He's your number 2 fan.
You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've listened to pretty much all the episodes, and some of them more than once.
That's great, and that's
you,
more than almost anybody else I know can say.
Yeah, more than once. Like that's mentally ill.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been. I bought an old house and I've been renovating it,
Yeah.
and it's like easier for me to listen to podcasts than music. I don't know. like when I'm doing work.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's like we're in the room with you.
That's right.
And now you're
renovating.
here.
Yeah.
It's every fan's dream. It's an OnlyFans fuck a fan video, and
It
you're
is kind of
here.
like that. It's like a bachelor party video. or
Oh
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that,
Well, the reason all these lads
This is
are
the
in
grand
town,
finale to the bachelor party
this,
for me.
This is the last activity we're doing of the of a 3-day bachelor weekend, celebrating Matt's marriage to Megan coming up in about a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been great to get back together with the gang out here. Lots of great planning going into everything, and of course, the star on top of the tree, the franchisees episode
Yeah.
on Sunday night.
The mandatory
Yeah.
Sunday night franchisees episode I sprung on you all because it's the only time we could record it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's also Alex's fault.
It is my fault. It
Yeah,
is my
so
fault.
so we can share the blame.
Yeah.
But if you end up having fun, the success is all mine.
There's no blame to go around. This was my dream.
Okay, great, perfect.
There
Well,
is
you said it.
there's a prostitute coming.
Yeah, in the middle. We'll switch out for the prostitute. She'll
Yeah.
do Jurassic World with you.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, maybe she'd at least have seen it. I mean, sorry. Everybody in the room has seen Jurassic World Rebirth, and we all really liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we don't have to talk about it.
That's the one we just watched on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we just watched an AI an AI video. I'm sorry for supporting AI artists, but we watched a Jurassic World AI video, and I think it was probably filled you in pretty accurately for what the Rebirth is like.
I don't think we should tell your audience the name of the video because it is horrible and a waste of time. And yet it was still better than Jurassic World Dominion.
That's true.
Yeah.
You have seen that. Yeah.
You've seen
I've
Dominion?
seen that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I got suckered in. You got Laura Dern. That's all the main cast back. Maybe
B.D.
there's
Wong.
something better. It's
Yep.
not even funny bad. It can't be redeemed in any way.
You're right. And I'm pretty sure that's more or less how we felt
It was-
when we recorded that episode.
It was a miserable
like a year
experience,
ago.
yeah, but a
It's
great
bad.
episode.
Well, a great episode, definitely, and our friend Rob McClay is missed.
R.I.P..
Yeah, rest in peace, Rob. He's on a tour with the band Westlaken.
Oh, I thought he was eaten by a mosasaur.
Ah.
Let's see.
Yeah, well, maybe that did happen. I'll just go edit that in.
Okay.
We'll edit in the clip of him getting eaten by the monster.
No one must ever listen to this.
Yeah.
Werner Herzog. I can't do as good of a Herzog as you.
No, that was good. I love that part of that movie.
Yeah,
it's so
it's great.
funny.
Yeah.
Because it's like, like that's a beautiful, touching moment, but it's also like the best part of the movie. And I'm sure when he's looking at that footage at the end, he's like, this is the Oscar-winning moment.
I nailed it.
Now he sounds like Arnold. You know what I mean? I don't know, but you're a documentary filmmaker, Maxim. Is there ever that kind of tension between your care and your interest in the subject, your protection of the subject, but also knowing that you got a really great moment and how it is going to serve you pretty well? Their misery will serve you. I don't know. What do you think?
Not anymore. Thanks to the crass commercialization of the genre, it's all spectacle all the time, baby.
Wow.
Do
There you go.
Do you feel guilt at all for teaching people how to rob banks?
No, it's not. It's
The-
not really
the title's a
functional
bit of a
advice unless they
misnomer,
can go
right?
back to the 90s. What's that?
The title is a misnomer. It's not really an instructional.
It's how to rob a 90s bank in Seattle, I would
Right.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, we are of course referring to Maxim's film "How to Rob a Bank," still available on Netflix everywhere that has Netflix.
Very true.
Yeah, keep pumping the numbers up.
I just wanted to mention about this group here that not only are we major fans of the podcast, we're also such fans of Jurassic Park that in high school we made our own fan spoof of that film.
Yep, Cretaceous Park.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, but have you ever seen it?
I don't think so.
We should watch. Let's.
I thought
we'll
you
stop.
scrubbed the footage off the internet because it was like
Not that
racist
one.
or something.
No. You're conflating several different videos we made in high school. Not all of them were racist.
Yeah.
In
Several
fact,
hypothetical
This is one of the
scenarios,
good
in
ones.
fact.
yeah. In fact, I would say maybe 1/5 of them are racist.
Okay.
Is that right? Maybe two.
Let's
maybe-
go with that for
maybe
public
2/3.
consumption.
Yes.
The lion's share was fine.
Yeah. Cretaceous Park is not offensive in any way. I don't think. Right? Only to dinosaurs.
probably less offensive than the Jurassic World films.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And it cost $0 to make instead of wasting like $200-300 million on a terrible, terrible movie. Yeah, Cretaceous Park is something I watch every now and again to recapture our youth. We filmed it in a museum where the dinosaurs are played both by dinosaur bones and by Maxim and Matt and our other friends.
Yeah, I'm a couple of the dinosaurs. I think it's one of the better performances for sure.
Yeah.
To set the scene for Alex and our listeners as well, mostly it is us either just saying lines from Jurassic Park in a room filled with dinosaur bones,
Yes.
or making ourselves dinosaur noises.
Yes. Yeah, I would say probably 85 to 90% of the dialogue is just verbatim lines from Jurassic Park, but set in a sort of metatextual kind of universe where like all the dinosaurs are just bones.
Can we do our top 3 dinosaur sounds from Cretaceous Park?
I'd like to hear
Please.
it. I watched it recently, so I can be a good judge of whether or not it's accurate.
Yeah. Okay. Number 3, I think, is my raptor noise.
Okay. No, that's not how it sounds in the video. Okay, what's number 2?
Yeah. Number 2 is my pterodactyl.
Okay. That's very much exactly how it sounds in the original
And
work.
then number 1 is Matthew's. What's that spitting dinosaur called?
Is it Dilophosaurus?
That's gotta be.
That sounds
it's
right.
The Dilophosaurus. Here we are. This is a Dilophosaurus.
Okay.
I'm not worried about this at all because I know Ben is just going to edit in the original sound effect. from
I
Cretaceous
might. I don't know. Probably not. We're phoning it in. It's summer.
It makes a like horrible back clicking, right? Like.
You definitely did that. Yeah, that's good. This is no longer a podcast about a movie anyone can go and see. It's now a podcast about a video we made in high school that you can go see, but is, I would say, largely inaccessible for most people.
I don't think you could see it, can you? Can you?
Is it
search
unlisted? I don't.
It's an unlisted link.
It's unlisted.
DM me and I'll hit you up.
Yeah, if you want to, listeners, if you want to see Cretaceous Park, you can email us at thefranchiseespod@gmail.com, and we'll consider sending you a link.
Or slide into Maxim's DMs.
Yeah, please.
Yo.
It is better than Jurassic World Dominion.
It is. And
Well.
one of the best parts is when Chris, who plays Dr. Ian Malcolm, says, "Life will find a way." And it's a beautiful long take kind of performance where you keep repeating it and repeating it. And you're breaking a little bit, but it makes it funnier, I'd like you to try it again.
Life will find a way.
Yeah.
Life will find a way. Life will find a way.
That's pretty good. That now fans of Cretaceous Park are gonna think like, are they just playing the clip? Like,
Yeah.
that was good.
You only broke once that time, yeah?
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah. Well, anyway, we don't have to talk about that anymore.
If you've made it this far, good for you.
Good for you.
Sorry,
If you would
Alex.
immediately shut
No,
the show. I'm so sorry, but
We've been putting our listeners, we've really been testing their patience and endurance recently.
I feel like there's
It's
just
summer,
a,
It's
yeah,
just dog
there's-
days of summer.
There's a natural dip in the summer anyway.
Yeah.
People aren't listening to podcasts because they're trying to maximize their outdoor time and be social and so on. Yeah, so if you're still listening along, it's not that we hate you. If we're not trying to punish you. We're kind of neglectful.
Yeah,
We're neglectful you.
parents.
Yeah. And if that is triggering for you, I apologize.
I like to think we have an audience in mind, and that audience is in this room.
Yeah. The audience.
You guys
is,
will listen to it, right? We'll still hit our numbers.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you each
Got
listen
it.
to it 5 times, then we're fine.
There's
Yeah.
a whole secondary audience of people who are renovating their house and can't get back to their phone. They've started the episode.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
exactly
part
it.
of how
That's
episodes get played
exactly
twice.
it. Yeah.
Listen to the
Yeah.
new one and just let it keep going.
That's how our numbers are generated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people forgetting that it's on.
Yeah,
That's a big
people
part of it,
forgetting
yeah.
to turn it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Any movies anyone has seen recently outside of Jurassic Cretaceous Park world?
Themed stuff.
Anything? I mean, we all
Does
came
this-
back from.
Does this segment have a name?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the weekly movie
roundup.
We've
yeah.
really been slacking on that too. Yeehaw!
Howdy, partner.
Yeah, we thanks, Chris. Jeez, you can be the producer now. We haven't called it that in so long. It's the weekly movie roundup.
Yes, I've usurped Nico.
yeah. It's Western themed. Yeah. We all came back from a 35 millimeter screening of Species.
I wanted to go to that.
Oh, I should have invited you.
No, I was busy.
It was enjoyable. I've seen it before, but it's pretty fun, right?
It has some astounding performances from some great actors.
An incredible cast: Ben Kingsley, Forrest Whitaker, the late great Michael Madsen,
R.I.P.
Marg Helgenberger from CSI Crime Scene Investigation.
Which one?
Las Vegas, the
Thank you.
original.
Alfred Molina.
Alfred Molina and Nova Scotia alumni of being born in Nova Scotia, Natasha Henstridge.
This is a pretty stacked cast for cinephiles. I do think mainly you want to go see this. Forrest Whitaker's got a lot of great performances out there.
Yeah.
But Dan Smithson, empath, has got to be the top of the list.
Is his last name Smithson?
Yes.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker's character is there's an alien human hybrid that's fucking people to death, and she escapes, and they're trying to get her, and so they've got a team of like scientists, various types of scientists, and like a Michael Madsen is like a mercenary type fixer guy, but then they have Forrest Whitaker as Dan, who's an empath, who basically like will show up at different scenes and be like, have an emotional feeling, and he's like, oh, she went that way.
I identify as an empath.
Actually, you do feel things stronger than other people.
Yeah, I have it on my business card.
Yeah, that's right. See, it's not just a fabrication of Hollywood. It's a real thing people are.
He acts more as a psychic in this movie, which is really terrific. If you're trying to drive a plot along, you just have the psychic show up to every scene and just show you where you should go next.
Yeah.
She says,
kinda
she
makes
went over there.
The rest of the crack team redundant. Like they're just like, oh, he knows where to go.
Yeah, he's always right too.
Yeah.
Yeah, his instincts are always correct.
They're actually like one of the weaker crack teams of scientists and professionals. Like none of them really demonstrate their proficiency that well.
No, they
the film.
don't do very much.
Well, why would you need to if you have someone who has like a third eye?
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. It's just a tracking device and a mercenary who fucks.
That's right. Yeah, Michael Madsen, very sexy in it, He seduces Mark Helgenberger.
In like 3 lines, right?
Yeah.
There's just one main A plot. You're chasing this incredibly sexy alien all through the city, and every B plot is explained in about 3 lines. So the whole romance is them talking for a total of maybe 45 seconds on screen.
Yeah. And meanwhile, in the background, Alfred Molina's character is getting cuckolded by the cooler Michael Madsen. He's obviously interested in Mark Helgenberger, CSI Crime Scene Investigation Las Vegas. And then furthermore, he tries to pick up other people at the bar. So by the time the sexy alien, who they think is now killed, seduces him in his hotel room in very suspicious circumstances that he would normally think were sus, he's like all over her, and then he gets killed.
Oh, it's one of the great lines of the film for sure. She's just in the hotel room, and he just says, "This never happens to me."
Yeah, this sort of thing doesn't happen to me. Yeah, because he's a dork scientist. He's not out there getting laid like Michael Madsen.
Who plays the sexy alien?
Natasha Henstridge from Nova Scotia.
Understood. Nova
Canada.
Scotia's own.
Nova Scotia's own. Yeah, the pride and joy of. I read what town it was. It's like a small town. I don't know.
Okay.
Nova Scotia.
Fishtopia.
Or maybe Newfoundland.
Well, one of the they're interchangeable.
I think Joel Edmondson said she lives in Toronto, so maybe she was there, in the background, wearing sunglasses, trying to be inconspicuous. So yeah, 5 thumbs up.
You all loved it.
We all loved it. Yeah. Anybody else seen anything recently? Any other movies you want to talk about?
I haven't been watching a lot of movies lately. I've been reading a lot of dark, disturbing manga. But
Berserk?
I've read all of Berserk and many others at this point. But Berserk was like the first one.
Berserk rocks.
I got into Berserk through Dark Souls and Elden Ring, kind
same,
of. Yeah. With I read Ichi the Killer, and I'd seen the movie, and then I like the manga kind of more, but I was like, I'm too deep into this. I need a dark movie to watch that isn't manga related, and I chose The Piano Teacher. And it
Great
was,
movie. We
Yeah.
love The Piano Teacher.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
it's fucked up. Yeah, I was telling Chris that the image of Isabelle Huppert stabbing herself with the knife in the chest is used a lot on Twitter for reactions of like I dropped my bag of groceries. Yeah.
I find
But
that
it-
pretty disturbing.
I agree.
like
It's an extremely sad.
it's very funny, but it's also like
Can't-
I don't know.
People just don't have any empathy these days.
Or too much.
Or too much.
Too many empaths.
You're either
out
an
there.
empath, yeah. You're either an empath or you're posting pictures of Isabelle Huppert committing suicide on Twitter and saying like I broke a nail.
Is that? I
Spoilers.
always interpreted she lives.
I don't think she
Yeah,
necessarily killed herself,
Yeah.
but
It's
great
rough.
movie. Great movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
sexy movie.
I watched Secrets and Lies recently.
Oh, great.
Really, like one of my favorite Mike Lee movies for sure.
Yeah, I was trying to convince my parents to watch it, but they didn't want something that was sad.
Yeah,
it's
that
pretty
movie
sad.
it makes me cry. Yeah,
It's pretty
yeah.
sad. Yeah, that's a great movie. Anything else?
I don't know. I kind of like watch a lot of the movies you guys talk about, so
Nice.
you've like already talked about a lot of them. I watched Unforgiven with my dad when you guys were doing the Few Dollars More trilogy.
Nice.
It might be the best dad movie, you know.
That's a great-
It was,
That's a
it
good
was a
dad
very good
movie.
experience.
Yeah.
I had done an edible. I don't think my dad knew, and I was like, Dad, I think this movie's like really good. Like, we're watching a really good movie, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Shout out Craig. Definitely big shout out to Craig Moroz.
Long-time listener Craig will be hearing
yeah,
all
long
of this.
time fan Craig. I could probably turn Craig onto the podcast. I need to listen to it and be like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Craig is a pretty conservative man.
There are episodes where we don't call for the death of various world leaders you could listen to. Matt?
Oh, we got through some killer 90s stuff last week. It was Mission Impossible Monday. I know you guys have talked about it recently.
Yeah.
What else can you say? It's a masterpiece.
What can you say? It's a classic.
I mean, I don't think so, but yeah, more power to you guys.
No, it's truly fine. It's truly fine. I'm glad that we watched in the order we did, because then Tuesday was Speed.
Nice.
And I hadn't seen Speed for about 10 years, and I remember loving it, but I thought I loved it in a nostalgic way. It's really great.
Yeah,
It's
Speed
a
is
pacing
great.
masterpiece. Dennis Hopper is great. He's so menacing and evil.
Yeah.
You have young Sandra Bullock freaking out and driving the bus.
Very funny.
It all works. It's of course completely insane. Best moment, top moment for sure. At the end, they're trying to get the subway and they're stuck it on, and it's fastened. The brakes don't work anymore, and the only solution that Keanu comes up with is to increase the speed of the train.
Yeah, he's pretty good at speed.
No situation where that's correct. To save yourself from a subway that's about to crash, increase the velocity.
Yeah, listen, I'm not a subway driver. I don't know.
He mumbles something about jumping the tracks, and then he increases the speed.
He knows what he's doing. He's a fast-paced guy.
Yeah.
He's
So
Mr.
no.
Speed.
Otherwise, I've seen the same stuff as you this weekend.
Nice. Yeah, Maxim, anything you'd like to bring up?
I mean, the last week I've just been palling around Toronto. I haven't been watching much. However, on the plane ride over, I did use the occasion to finally watch another film about an alien who fucks, MOONAGE Daydream.
Oh, how was it? Wait, on the plane? That's a funny plane movie because the whole way that they sold that was like, you gotta see it in IMAX.
gotta see it in
You gotta
IMAX.
see it on the biggest, loudest screen possible.
And I missed it.
I did too.
But I've had it on my computer for a while. I was doing some work on my laptop. I was like, I gotta use the plane to watch
Was it
something.
good?
Yeah, I mean,
it's David Bowie concert footage, right?
the archive that they have is absolutely fantastic, and
Yeah.
they do some interesting stuff with color and like the actual like experience of watching it. I would say it's an interesting approach to documentary for sure.
Yeah. I think it's the same guy who did the Kurt Cobain one, right? The
Yeah.
Montage of Heck.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to see that eventually. I mean, I like David Bowie a lot.
definitely don't watch it on a plane. I did do the film a disservice, I would say. Yeah.
Alex?
I finally have watched a couple other movies besides The Main Assignment.
Which we're not going to talk about, by the way.
Well, we will.
At the end, yeah.
I saw The Surfer with Nicolas Cage, this new movie by the guy who did Vivarium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With Imogen Poots.
With a friend of the pod, Imogen Poots.
Yeah.
And it was a bit of a letdown, you know? Like, I was like, oh, it's going to be... It kind of reminded me of The Swimmer, which has come up recently a lot.
They were advertising it at the screening at the review.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where it was just kind of like slightly surrealist, and it was like, oh, things are just going to get worse and worse from him, and everyone's going to treat him really poorly and be antisocial, and then it's all going to kind of be like a metaphor for something or other, but it never really coalesced into anything that I found super interesting or engaging. But there was like there is a Nick Cage compilation worthy moment, like that could be in a YouTube compilation of crazy Nick Cage.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like sometimes he's in a good movie and then the rest of the movies are all just like whatever movies that exist to get one moment in the Nicolas Cage compilation.
I know. It wasn't worth it in the end for me. And then it wears its influences on its sleeves. There were times where I was watching it when I thought of the movie I just mentioned, The Swimmer.
Yeah.
Straw Dogs, fucking what, I don't know, just stuff like that, you know, like. And then I saw Talk of the Town, which we could talk about probably. Eddington in Peru.
Oh, let's talk about that because I saw that too.
I know you have. Yeah.
What do you think?
I had incredibly low expectations.
Yeah, me too.
And I thought it was good. And I towards the end, I was getting like, you know, like, come on, wrap it up. But like, I wasn't necessarily bored. And the laugh to length ratio is off because it's quite long. Yes. But I did laugh a few times. So honestly, like, I'm giving it a pass. I'm giving it this is okay. This is good.
Yeah. I also saw it, and I
hated Beau's Afraid.
Yeah, I didn't like Beau's Afraid. I thought it was really juvenile. I think this one is too.
It is.
But if Beau is Afraid is like Family Guy, this is more like South Park. I mean, I know that's a dumb comparison.
No, I see what I know. I kind of know what you mean. Yeah.
And I was expecting it to, like, with all the COVID stuff and all of the like culture war stuff, I was expecting it to be very much like that sort of South Park thing where it's like, both sides are crazy. Like, what a mix. Can't we all just like sit down at the table and talk like adults? You know?
One side is decidedly crazier than the other.
It's not. Well, and that's what's funny is that I feel like people, you know, people talk a lot about like wanting to see their values reflected in art and not be challenged, right? It's like very comforting to just like watch a movie that is telling you what it feels and what to think, and you agree with it, and you can all nod along. And so people see Eddington and they're like, this is like centrist, you know, it's bullshit. But the ending of that movie is absolutely not.
It's not, but it is
middle
also
of the road.
It's very like it's still muddled in what it wants to say.
Definitely is. And it's still juvenile.
Yes,
it's fucking stupid.
Absolutely.
It's a stupid movie.
But it made me laugh in some of its stupidity.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. And the whole, it's long. It's like 2.5 hours long. And like the first hour of it, there's a lot of repetitive kind of like, I remember 2020. Mm-hmm. Or like, you know, I look at my phone. I'm on Twitter. I'm on this and that. I know how stupid everything is. And then there is a bit of a turn. Yeah. And it gets a little darker, and I think pretty much from then on, I was pretty with it. I think the climax is whatever, but the little denouement I think is very essential to the film. Even if he does repeat the same sort of like castration anxiety type endings that happen in all of his movies.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Like it was good, but it also, I wish it like just wrapped up a bit sooner. Not necessarily the denouement part, but maybe what preceded it. I
don't know. It's a pretty annoying movie as well. Like, especially because we all lived through COVID and how like annoying it was. It felt like it's just like a little like guy poking you, being like you know, remember all this awful shit. Yeah. But I did like where it ended up, and I think Joaquin Phoenix is really good in it as well, as is Austin Butler, and his very small, charismatic cult leader.
I was kind of bored by the Austin Butler scenes. I was like, I think they could have cut it, and the movie would have been relatively the same. But maybe I'm just a hater.
possibly. I think you should all see Eddington, the three of you, and you, the listener, as well. I think it's an interesting movie. It might be his best movie, but it's definitely his most ambitious.
It's most original,
Yeah.
I suppose.
But I also find it really annoying and really stupid. But it's very funny. There's some really, really funny stuff in it, and I think it also really does get into the mind of like American conservative mindset in a very interesting way. Some of this satire about the kind of more liberal leftist stuff, I think, can be pretty weak. Some of the BLM
it comes
stuff
across as like okay boomer, you know,
Yeah,
and it's
so
weird because he's not a boomer.
I know. Some of that stuff is pretty tepid and pretty lazy, I think. But
some of it's funny too, though.
Some of it's
have
funny.
to admit.
But like the one cop who keeps calling it Black Lives Matter. That's always funny.
Yeah.
But the ending, I think, in particular, it really does like kind of hit the nerve of like what that kind of guy is like, and like his paranoid fantasies becoming reality, like with the Antifa super soldier plane. That reveal is very funny.
It is funny.
Spoilers. Yeah. Anyway, interesting movie.
I do think most people are looking to see more films that they find both annoying and with muddled messaging.
Well,
Yeah.
have we the movie for you?
Yeah, I think you've sold a lot of tickets tonight with your rave review.
Yeah, it's annoying and befuddling, and it's his best movie.
It's
the
it
top-
might
top of the
be
pile.
his best movie. Yeah. Okay. Well, in the interest of time, Every Man for Himself, Port of Shadows, Drunken Angel, Barren Lives, One False Move, The Funeral, Georgia Girl. These are all good movies you could watch.
Yeah?
These are all good movies you could watch. Of those, geez, I don't know. One False Move, I think you could recommend to pretty much everybody.
One false move.
One False Move. Yeah. One false move after another. I'm getting excited for that. These are all good. But you know what else I saw, Alex? I know you know what I saw. Is the show about the show, the final season.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
through it with me episode by episode. Take as much time as you
Okay,
need.
sorry, guys. Episode 1.
I'm also a Zahedi enjoyer, so
Nice.
Yeah. So it's essential everyone see it. Every man, woman, and child in America. Yeah, it's tough. There's some moments in some episodes in this that are really, really hard to get through.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's about the making of the last season, of course. And there's one episode in particular that is entirely his a confessional, like talking a confessional with Ashley, right? The
girl who created the sound, the score for,
yeah,
or something?
who he like kind of
fell in love with,
and it's like harrowing. It's really, really impressive, like piece of like confessional documentary filmmaking.
Wow.
That was extremely uncomfortable for everybody in the entire audience. I think people wanted to applaud after or like go for a smoke break or something. It was tough. And it's worth it just for that. I mean, you have to see everything else before that for it to make any sense. But I was really impressed with that. And I was also really impressed and horrified that all of the lessons you would think he would have learned over the period of making the show, he has not learned a single thing, and he keeps repeating all the same mistakes. Like, you know how he falls in love with every woman who shows him any attention?
Yes.
It happens again and again and again, and it's always really awkward and always uncomfortable. And I talked to him again.
You got to
after.
meet him again.
Yeah, I got a picture with him. I sent Alex some pictures late at night.
Did you tell him I said hi? Did he tell you to tell me to say hi?
Yeah, he said, I said, oh, we spoke last time you were here. He's like, I remember you and the tall one. And he said, you were so kind and you gave me so much confidence to make the third season of the show.
Wow.
And I said, would you like to come on our podcast? And he said, no, because he doesn't like promoting or telling people to do something.
Well, he wouldn't have to promote anything. He could just come on and talk about Jurassic World Afterbirth.
But he doesn't like telling. He doesn't like giving you his opinion of if the movie's good or bad or not.
All right,
and also,
fine.
he probably hasn't seen it.
That's true.
Yeah. But anyway, it was good, and it was surreal afterwards to go to the bar with him. and
So you went this time.
I did go this time.
Nice, yeah.
I know. I was trying to be social. It was nice.
Cool.
Yeah. It's weird. It was weird to like be drinking a beer, talking with your friends, and you look and you see in the corner of your like Caveh Zahedi. It's like, no, everybody get out of the bar. The devil's here. You know, it's the Antichrist is right there.
How long was the season?
That was fucking 3 hours.
3
It was
hours?
3
Wow.
hours of unfiltered Caveh Zahedi. And the Q&A was also very good from the filmmaker Sophia Rombari. And it was very different to the Matt Johnson Q&A, where he was like challenging him a little bit, but also clearly like loved him.
fan.
And
Big
and
fan.
and you can see a lot of that influence in Matt Johnson's work, I think, as well, for better or for worse. And in this case, like, I don't think Sophia Rombari was like, "Oh, I hate you," but she was pressing him a little bit more on certain things.
Interesting.
And it did get a little. There was tension, and it did get a little awkward. And then when they opened it up to the Q&A for the audience, like, it's always such a crapshoot. It's almost always bad. And one of the questions was, because he includes a very short clip of like Woody Allen in it, as a comparison, he's like something like, they think I'm a court jester, and it's like a Woody Allen in like the jester outfit or something. And this guy asked this question. He's like, "Mr. Zahedi, thank you for this film. It's so wonderful. I noticed the clip of Woody Allen, and I just wanted to ask if you've seen Deconstructed Harry, and if you identify with Harry Block." And he was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Yeah, I saw it like when it came out. I don't know. I haven't seen it since."
That's a good Caveh Zahedi impression.
yeah. He was very much like, yeah. And then and so we all laughed because the guy's asking a Woody Allen question,
Yeah.
And the rest of the Q&A, the guy's hand was up, like, I have a second question, and they kept going around skipping him, like, "We're not coming back to you. You had your shot, and you
Oh my
wasted it
God.
on asking if he had seen Deconstructing Harry."
If you
To which
related
you
to
replied,
it.
"Yes, but when it came out before you were born," basically. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know when it's coming out or if it's
Oh.
going to get released.
Fucking
I mean,
better.
it's going to come out at some point.
Did he
But,
give any updates on the release of Higher Education?
No, and I meant to ask him, but I don't know. I forgot.
It's okay.
Nah, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I should have reminded you.
The people need to see that.
The people.
Higher Education 2 is very perceptive. Eddington-esque.
It's better than
time
Eddington.
capsule. It is better
It's
than
better than
Eddington.
Eddington.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, you can all leave now if you don't want to talk about Jurassic World Rebirth.
We believe in honesty, and we wanted to come. Well, we're big fans of the show, but I think we would do an incredible job at talking about Jurassic World Afterbirth, but we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
All I have to say is I'm glad to see Mahershala Ali back on screen.
Yeah, freed from the cave, the mines, the blade mines.
Marvel jail.
Yeah. So I feel bad for him. Like,
Using his talents for good.
he's a 2-time Oscar winner for one of the greatest Best Picture winners ever and one of the worst.
True enough, yeah.
Yeah, that's range. And he's good in Green Book. I mean, that movie's crazy, but he's pretty good at it. Viggo Mortensen's pretty good at it, too.
I like how we're not talking about Moonlight. We're talking about Green Book.
Everybody knows Moonlight's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But do people know that Green Book has a scene where Viggo Mortensen's lying in bed and has a full pizza and folds the entire pizza in half and takes a bite of it? People don't know
Great
that.
food. See, when he teaches him how to eat fried chicken.
Well, that's a whole other scene when he's like, you
Well, you never had fried chicken before?
you must like fried chicken. Oh my god.
That was a perfect Mahershala Ali
Oscar
impression.
Oscar winning. No, that's Viggo.
That's Viggo Mortensen.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Viggo.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but isn't he more of like a mafia guy? He's more like, hey, you
You've
never had fried
chicken before?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
Anyway, great, crazy movie. Oscar winning. Best screenplay. That's the best Oscar it won. Because the screenplay is written by an actual hey, I'm walking over here kind of guy.
Yeah, wasn't it like a family story or something?
Yeah, he's like, this
Yeah.
happened to my dad.
Yeah. And then he was fiercely defensive of
Very
that
much
story.
so.
All the criticism, yeah.
He said, my dad, there is a couple quotes where he's like, my dad is the furthest thing from a racist ever. He didn't care if you were white, black, blue, purple, like one of the, when they do that? And they're like, he didn't care if you were 20 feet tall. He didn't care if you could breathe underwater.
Some
That's
kind of
that's
fish
my
person.
favorite approach to
mutant
racism.
rights,
Yeah. No, it's almost always black, white, purple. Anyway, Jurassic World Rebirth. Hooray. I don't know. It's not as bad as Dominion. And that's all you can ask for.
I think it might be the best Jurassic World movie.
It might be.
I really didn't like any of them.
No.
I don't think Jurassic Park is a good franchise.
No. Well, the first movie's great.
Which mic is that? Could you tap on it for a second?
Wow.
Okay. It's disconnected.
Cut off. Sorry, Chris. You're stuck here.
A 2-hour conversation about a movie you haven't seen.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll see you guys on Thursday.
I already agree with you, Alex, about it being a bad franchise because
Thank you.
there's such limited like design space. The dinosaurs get out and eat people.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do.
Rewatching
Exactly.
the Franch for the pod, it really drove, like, the first one, good classic movie,
Of course.
instant deep dive, I mean, not
Well,
deep dive, like falls off the cliff.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like the second one.
It wasn't good.
That's nostalgia.
Yeah, totally.
I don't like. Well, the thing that I like about it is that he made Jurassic World and Schindler's List in the same year,
Yeah.
and he was like,
You mean
The
The Lost World?
No. He made Jurassic World. He made Jurassic Park and Schindler's List in the same year.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You guys take care of the effects. I'm gonna go start making my serious Oscar-winning movie." And then a few years later, he was like, I got this great idea again. I'm going to do that exact same thing again.
More dinosaurs.
I'm going to make Jurassic Park 2, Lost World, and Amistad in the same year. Amistad, not exactly like a Schindler's List, for the Holocaust, but for like slavery. It's not exactly like that, but it also has some of his most harrowing, disturbing scenes in it that he's ever done, and it's just funny that he did that same thing again, where he's like, I'm gonna make my like roller coaster ride movie, and I'm gonna make my really serious harrowing failures of America, failures of the human race movie.
Get you a director who can do both.
I know, right? It's impressive.
Harrowing,
Yeah.
his most harrowing, disturbing scenes, like when Caveh Zahedi talks to Ashley
Oh yeah, my God.
on deck of the Amistad.
You see, you're not prepared for it. Nothing can prepare you for it. It's really tough.
Fuck, I want to watch it.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, but still, no, I agree. I don't think I don't really like the Lost World Jurassic Park that much.
I don't. Yeah.
And then I think
the world movies, I really don't like. I just really didn't like them at all.
No.
So I went into this with, actually similar to Eddington, extremely low expectations, And I went there and I saw it by myself. It was in 3D. I didn't know they still made 3D movies.
You went to a 3D movie?
Yeah, it was the most convenient option at the Varsity. It was a 3D screening.
Wow. I haven't been to one of those in a long time.
I thought they stopped doing them.
They're still out there.
They are. So I sat there. The 3D looked pretty good. I didn't remember 3D looking so good.
Wow.
And it wasn't a total drag,
I agree.
I kind of... So this one has a bit of a video gamey plot where they have to collect the blood of dinosaurs 3.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
It is very much like
they
that.
have like 3 objectives, and they set out and they do it, and then there's the big final boss, which is the mutant dinosaur towards the end, the D-Rex.
which is really a very small part of it.
It-
For all the marketing.
because it opens with it,
Yeah.
and then it really doesn't show up till the end, and it kind of looks like the Cloverfield monster. It reminded me of the Cloverfield
it looks
monster.
like the Rancor a little bit.
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like Cloverfield. Yeah.
But the structure of it, that just the collecting these 3 samples, and then the B plot of this poor Latin family who gets shipwrecked and stuff and gets tangled into this, and they're on separate paths to the same facility on this island. It just, I don't know, it was totally fine. I had
Yeah.
a fine time watching this movie.
Yeah, I think the when the family's the rafting and the T-Rex is chasing them, I think that's a pretty good scene.
I went to
right?
go pee.
You went to go pee?
I know.
That's the best part of the movie.
I came back for the end of the rafting. Yeah, I fucked up.
But it is funny, the kind of the whole impetus for the adventure being another rich industrialist guy, pharmaceutical guy,
yeah.
who they're working on a drug for heart disease, and they need blood samples from living dinosaurs, and they need one from land, sea, and air.
I know, yeah.
For some reason.
It's so video gamey.
Yeah, so they need not a pterodactyl, but the
Another name for it,
Quetzalcoatl one or whatever.
A mosasaur.
A mosasaur, and then a T-Rex, right? Or no, a
something
brachiosaur.
Kind of a brontosaurus type looking
A big thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what they do. They go on those little missions, and they have a little blood sampler dart gun that sucks all the blood out of them and then pops up in the air and has a little parachute that falls
So
down.
video gaming.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Do you guys think that's like a symptom of the franchise being more geared towards children than maybe it originally was?
I don't
Maybe.
know.
There were children at my screening, which I was kind of surprised by because, like, I remember being a kid, like, that young. These kids looked young, like, less than 10. And Jurassic Park probably would have scared me. I think it scared a lot of kids.
I watched it when I was 3 or 4, and I loved it, but it gave me tons of nightmares.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
years, for like a decade.
Yeah.
It was kind of like acceptable nightmare fodder for kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't geared towards kids.
Not- yeah.
That's why it holds up.
PG-13 movies, yeah. Like, they
Yeah.
were, like, what is this one? This one's probably PG-13
it's
too,
great,
I guess.
same thing,
yeah.
for sure. Well, yeah, the original Jurassic Park, I'm pretty sure one of my grandmas got it for me, or got it for our family as like a VHS tape because I like dinosaurs. And my parents were like, "We can't. He's like 3 years old. He's not going to watch it." I didn't watch it when I was quite that young, but definitely under 10. I mean, that was like my favorite movie for sure. I watched it a bunch of times, and definitely the first time I watched it, I was terrified because it is violent and scary,
Yeah.
and thrilling. And this one, I don't know. I think kids could probably handle it. But the thing is now, like, I think, like, younger generations, just because every kind of movie like this sort of looks like this, like all the computer stuff, all is very like streamlined, made by the same however many different companies. Everything's shot kind of the same way. You know, in mainstream like Hollywood blockbuster filmmaking, there's a sameness to all of this computer effects driven stuff that everyone's just sort of like inundated with it and maybe acclimatized to it in a way that I don't think we were in the 90s watching Jurassic Park. Like, when I watched it, I had never seen special effects anywhere even close to something like that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like when I first watched The Matrix. I was like, this is like on such a different level. And that scared the shit out of me too when I was younger.
I just think Gareth Edwards is so, like, you know, derogatorily, like, competent in a way that, like, Colin Trevorrow or whatever his name was a fool.
He's a
you
fool.
know?
Yeah.
And Gareth Edwards, he makes, like, it's just so, with these, like, legacy sequel, because this one's like a standalone sequel to Jurassic World. It's not quite like a reboot. Like, it acknowledges what happened in Jurassic World. The dinosaurs are out from Dominion, and very funnily, they're all dying because they can't deal with, like, the climate.
Yeah, well,
they
that's
can only
what-
live around the equator.
That's one of the funny things too about a lot of these movies where they'll say, like, this one starts with basically like, everyone's used to dinosaurs and nobody cares anymore. And similar in Jurassic World, they're like, we need new attractions all the time because everyone who wants to see one has seen one already. So it's funny that the movie starts off with like, people are bored by dinosaurs
And they're dying.
but it doesn't really do anything to solve that because it's like, well, we're going to show you more dinosaurs. Are you the audience bored of these dinosaurs? Like the people are in the real world within the film?
Perchance.
Well, guess what? You're going to see a lot
More.
of them. The movie does not solve the problem that it presents, you know?
But yet with these, like, legacy sequels and reboots or whatever, they could go, like, one of two ways. Like, just be totally, you know, competent but, like, uninspired, or, like, off the rails pieces of shit. And I think this is in the former camp, and it's just, like, Gareth Edwards, you know, he knows how to make something, like, he knows how to frame a shot and stuff, and sure, it's filled with, like, the CG that all looks the same or whatever, but it's not like a terrible looking movie.
No, I think he is a competent journeyman kind of director.
Yeah,
guy,
exactly.
and he's really good with effects and is very like thoughtful about, you know, the placement and composition of where those effects are going to be in any given shot.
Some of those action sequences, they have good, like, momentum to them and stuff.
Yeah, which you can't really say about Trevorrow or other people. I mean, Jurassic World Dominion looks like terrible.
It's
and the
it's
effects,
mess.
I mean, there's a certain standard where they sort of have to be at. It's not that they're bad, but the effects in this movie are pretty well incorporated.
Yeah,
into the,
exactly.
You know, like when
Good way to
the
put it.
Tyrannosaurus Rex is like diving its head into the water, like. If you just look at it like frame by frame, it's really impressive. It looks very realistic. Like, I don't know. You can watch like a Corridor Crew video on YouTube if you want about those guys who like deconstruct all the special effects. I don't know any of that, the actual like lingo of it, but All I know is it feels very real and tangible, similar to what is probably the most like surreal sequence is when they are with the like brachiosaurs, right?
Mhm.
And it starts out in this tall grass, which you sort of immediately think about
Lost World.
and the raptors.
There's a lot of callback moments like that throughout it.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if there were, but I couldn't. But yeah, there are visual references
Yeah.
and so on to that, of course. And they're in the tall grass, and then you see this like big snake-like thing coming out, and you're like, "What is that?" And it turns out it's the very long, thin tail of this
Yep.
giant dinosaur, and there's a whole like herd of them, and
they're
that-
like getting into a mating ritual, and they're kind of
Right.
necking and stuff. And honestly, like I know that it's a soulless big corporate movie, but like I just found it kind of sweet because that was like a moment and like a reverence for these like CGI dinosaur like monsters that like the previous World movies just didn't have.
Yeah,
so
so
there's a bit of like a cute little magic to it.
well, if the problem with the soulless Jurassic World movies is that they don't. They are very poor facsimiles of the Steven Spielberg magic of like, you know, you're gonna see this thing you've never even dreamed of, and you're gonna be shocked in this whole expression of wonder, childlike wonder, looking up at it like the original time you see the first dinosaur in the original movie.
Yeah, Sam
Every,
Neill.
every time that these other movies, yeah. Every time these other movies try to recreate that, it falls flat. Like when Laura Dern does that climbing up the Jeep thing, but in Dominion, where she looks at an empty field.
Yeah.
That's one of the funniest shots in Dominion and in maybe cinema history. Is they recreate kind of her moment where she kind of walks up and takes off her sunglasses.
I forgot
that you
about
you
that.
can tell is, you know, it's obviously a reference to the first movie when she's in the Jeep, and she gets up and she looks out, and then you see her POV shot, and it's an empty field. Now, the idea being that the crops were all eaten by the
Locusts, the
locust,
mutant
locusts, which
yeah.
are a big plot point of that movie for some reason. But that just, you know, that
They missed the point.
That defines that movie for me. It's they do this pull-in shot of Spielbergian wonder, and when it cuts to the money shot of the wonder, it's a barren field.
Sums it up perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's just
It's a bait and switch.
It's-
It's
yeah.
like all of the world movies. you're gonna have fun.
Yeah. You like dinosaurs, right? You're gonna love
Look at this empty field.
Look at this. It's actually kind of like avant-garde.
It's hilarious. and this movie,
I agree with you.
As-
That scene has that. It has a bit of that.
yeah, and it's still
wonder.
soulless and corporate, but it's going for that magic that those World movies were looking to like bait and switch you with. I don't know, like, fuck, what was I going to say? It's not important. You got something?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically how I feel about it is like it's less bad than the other bad ones.
Yes.
I don't know if I think it's good, but it's if good is not really on the table, less bad is fine. Right?
I was dreading seeing it in theaters. I was pissed I had to see it alone because no one else was free. I was like, this sucks. And I watched it, and I didn't feel so bad for watching it. You know, I didn't feel like an idiot for having watched it.
Is that all we can ask for?
Kinda.
These days?
Yeah.
Is that the most we can ask for? I think so. That you're. I was dreading it too. I was like, I can't believe I have to fucking watch this piece of shit. And I had heard it was bad, and then I thought that wasn't as bad as I had heard.
Yeah.
Is that good? I wouldn't say good.
They mixed in a little sugar with your slop.
Yeah.
You can enjoy your slop a little bit this time.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. It's definitely slop, right? It's definitely corporate slop.
But it's not like entirely unpleasant to consume.
It's not totally
Right.
toxic. Yeah.
I remember what I was going to say. It's a bit of a trade-off because like a moment like that in Jurassic World Dominion is so surreal. It's like surreally in bad taste and like poorly judged and something like that. And when you have one of these like completely fine, competent workman-like movies, you don't get the insane, batshit corporate decisions or just bad calls like that. So, but then, you know, like you were saying, Chris, like Dominion wasn't even like so bad it's good. Like it had a moment like that was absolutely insane, but it's like on the whole probably not worth watching.
It's bad on a very fundamental filmmaking level. Like there's I'm sure a video breakdown you can watch of like one of the final scenes where they're confronting whatever the big bad dinosaur is at the end, where if you just look at it like and break it down shot by shot, it doesn't even like visually make sense. It does it's edited in a way that like defies logic and like visual logic, spatial logic. Like it's just poorly made. And that's so frustrating because it costs like it's one of the most expensive movies ever made, and part of that is COVID. They made it during COVID.
Yeah,
but part of that is also just what seems to be a really big problem in Hollywood is with big budget special effects driven movies, is that they don't really have a streamlined workflow that actually makes sense. Like somebody was asking me the other day, like, why are all the effects bad now? And I was like, well, Godzilla -1 is a good example of like good effects, even though they were all overworked terribly. Like there was, it's not maybe the best way of doing things, but they had the director who was also the visual effects supervisor, so that everything was planned and executed and approved in a very streamlined way. Whereas in like a lot of Hollywood special effects stuff, by the time you get the approval from the director, they're like, you know what, I don't like it this way, do it another way. And it's like, okay, well that's 5,000 hours like in the garbage, and however many more hundreds of thousands of dollars you have to spend to just do it this other way because you didn't plan it ahead of time.
It's kind of unbelievable that Hollywood is like that. Like these projects that cost hundreds of millions of dollars, there's like not really a real plan. It's like, this is the IP.
Yeah.
We're spending a bunch of money on this IP, and it's going to come out, and it's going to have a director attached to it, but we don't know what it's going to be about.
Yeah.
We don't really want to hire writers to develop characters and a world.
Yep.
We just like, it's this IP that costs a lot of money, and people will go to it and will make money. And they
Exactly.
Like, you would think they would plan to like preserve the IP and to have like, yeah.
Well,
like,
yeah,
Put
like-
some thought into it. The greatest example of this recently is the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Right.
Yes,
That's
of
exactly what I was
course.
thinking about.
We haven't
Of
done
course.
that French.
No.
And we never will.
We will tomorrow.
Yeah, all of them.
We'll do them all tomorrow.
Where it was just like this bizarre case of like you have one of the most beloved IPs, which is funny to like talk about IPs like that. Will make you $1 billion easily all the time.
Yeah.
All you have to do is not put out something with like a bit of thought or like an outline for these 3 movies, even if it's super cliche, even if everyone knows exactly what's going to happen. Just write it down and put it out, and they somehow like fumbled that. Like it's beautiful.
They even fumbled the fan service, like
Yeah.
they the last one, they're like, okay, like all of the old fans are mad at us, and like
Yeah.
we'll bring back the Emperor.
Let's bring back
That's so funny.
Palpatine. Somehow he
gonna
returned.
Somehow Palpatine has returned, because that I mean,
And he has more Star Destroyers than he did before the Empire fell.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Like that
Well,
was
that-
the big death machine. Was just a lot of Star Destroyers.
yeah,
like-
it's so the when they say somehow he's returned, that's so funny. that makes me laugh so much. But then also
that kind of sums up everything. The last few minutes of things we're talking about. Somehow he comes,
somehow
we don't
there
need
are
to.
the
There was no
dinosaurs.
plan.
Yeah.
We're flying by the seat of our pants. We have no respect for our viewers.
Well, yeah,
no
and-
respect.
yeah, no regard. That's exactly it, and that's it. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's exactly the issue with these movies. It's that we should go back to the drawing board. We're going to make a new Jurassic-based movie, but no, it has to be Jurassic World, the franchise people identify, not even Park anymore, and we can't really do anything that different. It just has to be the same thing again, and it's safe, and it's going to make X amount of millions of dollars, and it doesn't really have to be good. In fact, putting in the effort to make it good is actually a bad business decision for us. That's what it seems like sometimes. And
then, because then you're gonna raise standards back up. Like
yeah,
Alex was happy with this movie
Yes.
because the standards had been brought so low.
Absolutely,
if
yeah.
if you make a good one, then the next one has to be as good or better, or people will say it's shit.
Yeah, well, and one of my favorite elements of that with the last Star Wars movie. What's it?
Rise of Skywalker,
Rise
which
of
is one of the
Skywalker.
worst
Is it?
names as well.
That's what it was called.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, right. Okay. One of the funniest things about that was pointed out in a great tweet from actor, friend of the show, Elijah Wood. So, if you remember, there was a Fortnite corporate synergy collaboration with Rise of Skywalker, where the Emperor was in Fortnite, and I guess some people played it, but I would say I'm comfortable saying this: the vast majority of the audience for that movie did not play the Fortnite game that the Emperor was in. So then there's a bunch of crucial backstory to how he's returned and what all those starships are that was only mentioned not in the text of the film. It only comes up in Fortnite.
Oh my god.
So then there was some Star Wars fan account or something that was sharing the image of all of those Star Destroyers at the end. You're like, where do they all come from? Well, we don't know. It's not explained in the movie.
Exegol.
Yeah. So it says did you know these Star Destroyers are from cultists on Exegol that have been raised with like hatred in their hearts for years and allied with the Emperor and so on and so forth. And under that tweet, Elijah Wood responded, "No, how could we have known? How could we have known? It's not in the movie. It was in Fortnite for like a day." You know? And that's
awesome.
just it. That it's just like, it doesn't matter if it's good or not. They're just going to keep churning them out. You have to keep a hold of the rights. You have to keep the whatever quote unquote fandom alive, and it doesn't matter if it's slop.
It's really funny that they did that, because
That's so funny.
There's lots of video games that do that, where they'll have like supplementary content that kind of explains things in like
environmental
obscure
storytelling, like the FromSoft games.
Sure, but I'm talking about specifically with like smaller releases that are like related to the main thing that nobody consumes, like Square Enix, Final Fantasy. There's all of these like mobile games that were like Japan only releases that explain this, that, and the other thing, and people hate that. People absolutely hate that. And you would think like, oh, we're partnering with this video game company who like has some knowledge about people maybe not, that you'd think they'd learn from other companies' mistakes of putting in story content in this like supplementary stuff that most of the people won't consume, and so will be confused.
It's incredible. Listen, Ben, I did not know that was the case, like this Fortnite backstory thing, and I think it's so funny that this seemingly crucial Star Wars lore, again, one of the most popular IPs, one of the most beloved IPs that is like analyzed to death by its fans, was in a video game the vast majority of these people liked. And I mean, Fortnite is really popular, but clearly not popular enough. And also that is just an insane business choice. That would have been like in the 90s if like when Phantom Menace came out, there was lore that you could only get from like the toys in like a McDonald's Happy Meal or something.
Yeah, or there's like a hidden level in a Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah. No, you
is Fortnite like a like lore delivery vector?
No, that seems insane.
Like who
it's
knows
a battle
Fortnite
royale.
lore?
I
do you have to like read stuff? Like I gotta look up like how they delivered this information in Fortnite.
In Fortnite,
like
canon Star Wars information in Fortnite. Like, that's insane.
The latest Fortnite cinema collaboration is, and this sounds crazy, but the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie, One Battle After Another, based on Thomas Pynchon's Vineland, there is a Fortnite collaboration. I don't know if it's Leonardo DiCaprio with a gun or something. They
recreated the trailer in Fortnite or something.
They do not know how to sell this movie. It's his most expensive movie, and they don't know how to sell it. People don't know what it's about.
You're serious?
Yeah, it's serious. There's a Fortnite collaboration.
Like, I don't. We live in a simulation. The clown world is complete to it.
Yeah, we do live in the clown world. Bart world, no mercy.
But while we're talking about video games, again, listen, the video game-esque structure and B-plot of this movie was enough to satisfy my smooth brain for 2 hours, coupled with the extremely low expectations of Dominion, which we didn't watch too long ago. It was like last year or so.
Awful.
I was like, this was a fine way to pass my time. I'm not upset. I didn't walk out of that theater upset.
I wasn't upset.
Yeah.
The bar is so low. The bar is so low.
So I tip my hat to Gareth Edwards, friend of the pod.
It didn't make me mad.
Yeah. Like, what can I say? I really came out of it like just not hating it and totally fine. Which I know it sounds like bad. I know how dumb I sound right now.
No, you're right.
But I really didn't mind this movie. And I think I would rather watch it than Dominion again.
Oh my God.
Probably
Oh my
Fallen
God, of course.
Kingdom and probably Jurassic World.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
No Chris Pratt.
No Chris Pratt.
Oh, thank God.
I
Blue.
know.
No Chris Pratt. No Blue. No
No,
Bryce
but
Dallas
Blue the
Howard.
Raptor sucks. Yeah. Blue the Raptor sucks.
I hate Blue the Raptor.
I hate Blue the Raptor. Yeah. Sucks. All the Raptors suck.
There's like no raptors in this movie. pretty
No,
much.
there's like mutant raptor pterodon things.
Yes,
Those are mutants,
There are
right?
some mutants towards the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the D-Rex, it looks stupid. I don't know.
It kind of goes
Yeah.
horror movie at the end. They're in like an old
Yeah.
abandoned shanty town, and then,
Yeah,
like,
the creepy song playing.
Yeah.
Stand by Me starts playing, right? Or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, about this movie, very quickly. Any moments that stood out for you? Anything that you really liked? Not really. No. Okay. Yeah. No. Me neither. Any kills? Not really. Not really
No.
many people die.
You know what stood out to me?
Yeah.
A lot of product placement. A lot of product placement.
There is a lot of
close
product
up of
placement.
Snickers wrappers.
Yes, I mentioned
cars,
the Snickers wrapper starts
Lay's
the whole
potato
problem.
chips.
Yes.
Like.
It's a bajillion-dollar movie. They got to do it.
Yeah. Well, they made the money back. I think it was a big hit.
I think so. Man, people like us saw it.
Yeah, you're
People
gonna
with
see
the
it, right,
podcast.
Chris?
You've been inspired to see it, right?
Honestly, I kind of want to see Dominion. I know I'll hate it, but like
It's
you
pretty-
guys,
it's
you
pretty
guys
bad.
do this where like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's totally irredeemable, but there are these things that are like so like fascinating. And
Listen.
Yeah, we do that.
Dominion is not the dinosaur lovers movie; it's the giant locust lovers movie. So
Yeah.
if you're a big fan of giant locusts,
Well, living out on the prairies, we have some locusts for sure.
fair enough.
That's a problem. Yeah. Sometimes they sweep in and they're eating all sorts of stuff. Now imagine that, Chris, but I don't know, probably 50 times the size. 50? Maybe not. They're not that
they were
big.
big.
They're
I don't know. I
they're
haven't
pretty
seen
big.
it in a long time.
Can I bring up an annoying like science thing?
Yeah,
Okay, so
please.
when you brought up like the climate thing, and it's like, oh, the dinosaurs need to live in this climate
By the equator.
By the equator, yeah, like that all makes sense. But the thing about like dinosaurs and like why they were so big is because there was like a lot of oxygen in the atmosphere, and so like megafauna can't sustain themselves with the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere now.
Maybe that was the reason they were dying.
I
don't
think
know.
that's part of it.
Maybe
yeah.
there's more oxygen by then. No, I've never really thought about that before, and I've watched a lot of. Well, I didn't watch a lot of the Jurassic World movies, but I've watched Jurassic Park a lot, and for some reason now I've thought about it, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
anything-
think they'd have to
die.
pump oxygen into the island.
Anything like that, they
constantly.
can explain away with the like a wizard did it sort of
Right.
thing, where they can just be like, oh well, you know,
they
we-
adjusted the genetic
we
code.
edited-
The
yeah,
frogs,
exactly.
the frogs don't eat as they're frogs that can grow really big.
yeah, because they're not real genetically
Yeah.
pure dinosaurs.
But this makes me respect Jurassic World Rebirth a bit more, because at least like the idea that the dinosaurs are dying, maybe partially because there isn't enough oxygen in the atmosphere, feels grounded and real.
Right.
Whereas like there's nothing in those first 3 Jurassic World movies that you like remotely feels like at all like any kind of, you know, real science fiction or anything like that. Like I think it might be safe to say that Rebirth is a smarter movie than the preceding 3 Jurassic World movies. But again, that's not like a really big feat or anything. You know, it's
Yeah, I would have to agree.
it's not a gifted child. It's just not in the special ed class.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's one way of putting it. Well, what should we rate it?
You want to give it out of 5 dinosaur blood samples, living dinosaur blood samples?
Yeah.
Listen, on a realistic note, when I take a cold shower and reevaluate my life, it's probably a 2.5. When I was
Right.
walking out of that theater feeling totally fine, I might have even given it a 3.
I would. I think I maybe gave it a 2. I would give it a 2.5 sometimes. There you go. Slightly less than you, Chris. What do you think?
I'll give it a 2.5.
Sight unseen,
Yeah.
2.5.
I think
Watch
it's a
based on the
2.5.
trailer. Yeah. All right.
We have to re-rank all the Jurassic movies now.
All right. Go ahead.
Top dog, Jurassic Park.
Agreed.
Second dog, I honestly don't care if you pick Lost World or Jurassic Park 3. I don't think Jurassic Park 3 is that much worse than World, or Lost World is that much better.
Yeah.
Or at least as far as I remember.
I'd go
them.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay,
Yeah.
and then I would put Jurassic World Rebirth, and then I would put Jurassic World, the first one, Jurassic World Dinosaur House,
Yes, Dinosaur House. That one is funny too.
and Jurassic World Dominion at the bottom.
I'd probably have to agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about Jurassic World. I think when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's nice. The dinosaurs are back on the big screen." But having to watch it again for the show, I'm just like, these movies suck. Like,
A lot of people
they're
felt that
annoying.
way. A lot of people were really forgiving to that first Jurassic World. They'll be
I
like,
agree.
I like the first one. And it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah, go
No,
back
you
and
don't.
watch it again. Like, you know,
That's again like nostalgia. Like
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
don't want to admit things that they like are bad. Like I think Star Wars fans do that a lot. Like the
The kids call it cope.
cope. Yeah,
The kids call
they're
it cope.
huffing cope.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Smoking copium.
Yeah.
We did a lot of that this weekend. not really. Hopium, because we all are friends.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, well, okay, the last thing I would like to encourage our listeners to seek out if they haven't seen it already. I'm sure many of them have. But one of the funniest things, now that we were ragging on Rise of Skywalker, is when they did, 'cause Rotten Tomatoes does like the tomato meter reveal for certain big movies. So it's like tomato meter reveal, Rise of Skywalker. It's all these scenes for the movie. And the count and like music building, and the counter like goes up, it goes down, it goes up, and then it settles and it's like 67. It's a really funny video. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's underwhelming. It's an underwhelming score.
I would like to watch that.
Yeah, we'll watch it right now. Well, before you leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll find it for you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on, Chris. Even
Yeah.
though you hadn't seen the movie, and you were forced to do it.
Glad to be here. Glad I could hate a movie I haven't seen.
Yeah. Now you're gonna sleep here in a pretty uncomfortable night. I'm really sorry, but
Looking forward to it.
yeah. Okay, great. And thank you to Matt and Maxim who've left.
Yeah, there's like a microphone on a chair, like
Yeah,
abandoned.
The Rubik's snake Maxim was playing with.
It looked fun.
It looks like they just evaporated.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be back. Wait, when does this come out? Sunday? And we'll be back with the new Naked Gun movie.
Yeah.
Which we will have to see. Maybe
Lots
in
of-
Saskatoon when I'm there. We could go to that.
We gotta figure
That
out
might
a
be
time
funny.
to record that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't know.
I'm away for a bit.
Yeah, me
Ooh.
too. When are you away?
I'm away this upcoming Wednesday to the Monday.
All right, perfect. I'm back on Tuesday.
Okay, let's just record it on Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. Okay, well, then I will have to watch it. I've got homework to do in Saskatoon. All right, great.
Great, glad that's settled.
All right. Well, we'll see you then. Yeah, I guess the message should be this is the least bad of the bad movies. And
Well said.
sometimes that's a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up this bachelor party.
Yeah. Okay, the bachelor party is officially over. We all got laid.
Whoa.
By of course, I mean we recorded the podcast.
Better than sex.